Hello and welcome to this video on sigma notation, and I expect when you look at this question here, most of you are wondering what this symbol means. So this is the sigma symbol and it means sum of, or in other words, add all these things together, and the things we're adding together are these r's. So what are these r's? Okay, well, so it's telling us that we've got r from r equals 1 to r equals 3. It's really like it's got a little r here, but because there's an r at the bottom, we know there's an r at the top, so we don't need to put one there. Okay, so if r equals 1, like at the bottom, then what's r? R equals 1, then we have 1. Okay, our next one is when r equals 2, and that's 2. And next one is r equals 3, and that's 3, because we're just putting in r each time. So this is the simplest possible thing to add up. So the sigma symbol is telling us to add all these things together. So the answer to this question is just when r equals 1, 1, plus when r equals 2, plus 2, plus when r equals 3, plus 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Okay, now this is a slightly harder example, something you're more likely to see in an exam. So, right, let's do the same thing as before. So we're starting at when r equals 1, and so we've got r equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and finally the last one is r equals 10 at the top. Okay, so let's write the terms. So when r equals 1, we get 4 times 1 minus 1, which is 3. Okay, when r equals 2, we get 4 times 2 minus 1, which is the same as 3 plus 4, which is 7. When r equals 3, we get 4 times 3 minus 1, which is 7. Plus 4, which is 11. But I don't really want to keep doing this because we've got 10 terms. I don't want to write them all out. What I'd rather do is notice that this is an arithmetic series because we're just adding 4 each time. Because r is going up by 1 each time, and it's 4 times r, each term is 4 more than the previous one. So this is an arithmetic series. The first term, when r equals 1, is 3, so a equals 3. The common difference, as we can see, is 4, because we've just added 4 each time. So d equals 4, and we also know n, because we know there are 10 terms from 1 to 10. N equals 10, and so now we can simply use the formula for the sum. Okay, so here's the formula for the sum with everything substituted in. So now this will simplify to 5, and this in the brackets will be 6 plus, this is 36, so we've got 5 times 42, which is 210. Great. Okay, and now we're looking at one that gets ever more scary. So now this starts at r equals 4. Okay, so this is, because we've still got 4r take 1, this is still an arithmetic series, but because it's starting at r equals 4, a is going to be different. Okay, so a is when r equals 4, so 4 times 4 minus 1 is 16 minus 1, which is 15. Okay, d is the same, still going to be 4. Now what about n? Okay, so before we had 10 terms, and now we're starting at r equals 4, and it's to 10, to r equals 10. So a common misconception is say, okay, well, it's 10 terms minus 4 terms, which is 6 terms. However, this is not correct, because if you follow me on your fingers, we've got the 4th term, 1, the 5th term, the 6th term, the 7th term, the 8th term, the 9th term, and the 10th term. So altogether that's 7 terms rather than 6. And so the important thing here is we've got to think about it in a different way. Okay, so before we had the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. 10 terms, okay? The only ones we're missing this time, we've got all of these guys. The ones we're missing, we don't have the first, we don't have the second, and we don't have the third. So we're taking away 3 terms. We have 3 fewer terms this time, and we have 7. So n equals 7. Okay, so now all we need to do is put it in the arithmetic series formula for the sum for s, and we are home and dry. Okay, so substituted all the values in, so let's try and simplify this. We've got 7 over 2 times 30 plus 6 over 4, 24, which is 7 over 2 times 54. So this is C1. We don't have a calculator, so let's think of this as 7 over 2 times 54 over 1, which is the same as 7 over 1 times 54 over 2, which is 7 times 27, and yeah, because we don't have a calculator, I'm going to do it this method. So 7 times 27, so that's 7 times 20, which is 140, plus 7 times 7, which is 49, and if we add these together we get 189. So this is our final answer, 189.